Thanks for joining us. And today we're going to talk about what to do when you're unsure in meditation. So many people have different kinds of meditation techniques or traditions or practices that they do. And often folks will get into a state where they have done whatever prescribed techniques and they're not really sure what to do. Things may not be happening in a way that they expected, and they might just kind of be sitting there going, okay, I did that, but what do I need to do next? The thing about meditation is that we want to go through a process of internalization, right? And different kinds of traditions or meditation techniques will give you a variety of effective strategies to get inside. Now, from my perspective, the most effective strategy for going inside is Kriya Yoga. And we know that Kriya Yoga works really, really well. And the reason is because it works on the central nervous system and it has an effect which basically shifts us from our sympathetic to our parasympathetic nervous systems, and there is corresponding effects throughout the body, throughout the brain, etc., that basically shift us from the left brain, if you will, to the right brain. And what you experience then is this sort of interoception, this beginning of this awareness of being inside. You recede from the senses, if you will. So, you start to get this internal experience, right? And that's really what is kind of sort of the first thing of meditation. That's really what is, you're getting to the trailhead, right? So you want to get there. So if you're not getting there with your particular techniques, if you're just following the breath and you're sitting there and then your back's getting sore and that kind of thing, then you know that there's something lacking in your technique. At Modern Kriya, we teach Kriya Yoga as one of these crucial aspects of going inside. And you can get internalized in like less than 10 minutes. And if you just learn the right techniques, right? So we have those techniques available. There are some introductory techniques on our website, modernkriya.com, but the actual techniques and how they work are explained in our membership section of Modern Kriya. It's you can sign up for a membership. You can get a monthly membership for $9.99 a month. You get a deal if you do an annual membership. And learning Kriya Yoga is something that will give you the ability to go inside very, very quickly, like 10 minutes, you're inside or less. So you can learn that. And if you don't have a effective strategy, effective technique that gets you inside that quickly, then maybe you want to join up as a member and learn that. But besides going inside, there's another part too that is really, really crucial in meditation that we need to begin this process of integration. And what that means is that we have lots of stuff when you get a sense of your inner space. It's not just then that everything is pristinely quiet and you go to the land of the Buddha, right? It's very much about you become aware of what you are normally not aware of when you're in your everyday consciousness, because you don't have any feeling for what is happening inside, right? So there's a lot of stuff that is not integrated inside. So we talk about these as sort of fragmented parts of our experience as a human being. They're not integrated. They haven't had a process to go through that they begin this harmonious flow and integration so that everything starts to connect inside. It's more like you've got these different disjointed fragments of yourself that you become aware of when you get an internalization. So what do you do from there, right? Because, you get, the first step is getting an internal perception, right? So if you're not getting there, you need a technique that gets you there. The second step is once you get the internal perception, what do you do with that stuff, right? It's sitting there basically unprocessed. How do you deal with that, right? So we have a variety of techniques at Modern Kriya that come from a Taoist internal alchemy perspective, and they are specifically designed to allow that integration to happen. really it's an internal harmonization of all the fragmented bits that haven't been integrated, right? And so we have that Taoist internal alchemy approach, which starts to integrate those. And so when you get an internalization process happening through using kind of Kriya Yoga techniques, and you get an integration process through Taoist internal alchemy, you're getting a really effective strategy for getting internal transformation, right? Because you can get in, like, so that's the first step, and then you can do the transformation with the Taoist internal alchemy. And consequently, what you start to get is this very harmonious internal development. You are able to meditate very easily, very quickly, and then make positive changes inside. So you are changing in a positive way. It's an internal transformation. So as far as you needing to know what to do when you're unsure in meditation, the first step is you need to get inside the door or open the door into meditation. And that's the internal process. And that's what we use as Kriya Yoga for that. And then once you're inside, you basically want to rearrange the furniture because it's been like thrown all over the place. The house is in total disarray and there's no internal harmony. So we have these Taoist internal alchemy practices to help you reorganize all that stuff and allow this integration to happen so you can live in your home, right? You can live in your internal world and go into a harmonious state of development, if you will, right? So that's really where you want to go with things. So some simple things that you can do now, regardless of your experience, to allow an internalization and in a microcosm, an internalization and an integration to happen is the inner smile. And this is something that is foundational to Taoist internal alchemy, but it really is so simple. It's so natural that anyone can do it regardless of their tradition. So it begins by making an outer smile on your face, but really what it is turning that smile inside, right? So it's not just putting a grin, it's actually bringing the smile into the different parts of your body, right? And feeling them as they are, accepting them as they are, and bringing this sort of unconditional acceptance, which is really a form of pure love, into whatever that is. That is a very simple technique that we use that can be applied at any stage in your spiritual journey, because the inner smile is a catalyst for change. If you do not accept something inside of you because you're ashamed of it, because, whatever reason that you can't accept those feelings, they're not going to change. And when you provide them this acceptance, this unconditional acceptance and love through the inner smile, you are basically accepting them and you're saying, okay, I accept you as you are, and I accept that you can change for the better, right? This internal transformation. So when you're unsure what to do in meditation, smile. Smile at what you're experiencing. Smile at the fact that you're feeling uncomfortable. Whatever it is, it starts to bring this internal harmony, and that's what you want. Then you can learn the other techniques to go inside. So if it's Kriya Yoga or if it's another technique, you can learn that. And then the inner transformation techniques as well that come from Taoist internal alchemy, you can learn that. And, so when you're unsure in meditation, ask yourself, am I opening the door effectively to meditation? If you're not, get a technique that works. And then, do I have something to help transform once I'm inside? You need those two things. If you don't have those two things, you're going to get stuck. And I've known lots of people who have been stuck at both of those doors, if you will. They haven't been able to get inside, right? Which is probably the most common. And then once they're inside, they don't know what to do, right? And things don't seem to change, and they're kind of stuck in this void of okay, I have an inner perception, but nothing's happening, right? So you really need to go through that. And then we have all of the techniques at Modern Kriya that allow you to start to get inside and to get that inner transformation. So, check out our website, modernkriya.com. We've got the membership section. As I said, it brings Kriya Yoga and Taoist internal alchemy as these two extremely powerful practices to help your inner transformation. So if you have any questions about this video, feel free to send me an email at info@modernkriya.com. Also check our website at modernkriya.com and our YouTube channel. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time.